Hey, just for a second, look around you. I bet you're within arm's reach of a device that connects you to, well, the entire world. In this explainer, we're going to decode these digital tools, the ones in our pockets and on our desks, and really dig into how they've completely rewired our reality. So let's start with a really simple question. I've got this object right here, a smartphone. What can this one little thing actually do? Seriously, take a second and just think about all the things it's replaced.
Well, the answer is kind of staggering, isn't it? It's your camera, it's your map, it's a library, a TV, a supercomputer, all packed into one device. That incredible convergence of tools into a single object, that's the magic we're talking about today.
Okay, but that brings us to the real question here. What actually makes a device digital? What's the secret sauce that separates a smartphone from, say, an old rotary phone? Let's break down that secret code.
So, at its core, a digital device is really just an electronic tool that thinks using a special kind of data, numbers, and signals. So, instead of physical moving parts, it's processing information electronically. That's the key right there. And here's where you see the fundamental split. Analog tech works with continuous physical signals. Just think about the smooth, sweeping hands of an old clock. Digital, on the other hand, speaks a totally different language. It's all about separate, distinct signals, zeros and ones. It's a simple on or off system, but that binary code is what unlocks this incredible precision and the power to process massive amounts of information without a single error. All right, time for a quick pop quiz. Looking at these two, which one is the digital clock? Yep, of course, it's the one using numbers. And that's the whole digital principle in action. Showing information with specific values instead of, physical motion.
Okay, so now that we've got the what down, let's zoom out a bit. Because while the smartphone is definitely the superstar of the digital world, it's part of a much, much bigger family. Let's go ahead and meet the rest of the crew.
And this digital family is huge. We're talking about everything from the powerhouse desktops and laptops we work on to the tablets and digital cameras that capture our lives in pixels. Even the watch on your wrist and the game console that builds entire virtual worlds are part of this ecosystem. And what unites them all? They all process reality using that exact same language of zeros and ones. So we know what they are, but the big question is, how do they actually run our world? Let's break it all down into 5 core functions that really show just how deeply they're woven into our daily lives. 5 key pillars. Let's get into them. Okay, this is really where it all comes together. First up, communication. I mean, it isn't just phone calls anymore, right? It's instant video chats across oceans. Then there's education. A single tablet can hold an entire library, giving students access to knowledge that was totally unimaginable just a generation ago. For work, these tools aren't just for typing up documents. They're literally running the global economy on servers all over the world. When it comes to entertainment, we can pretty much summon any movie or song on demand. And finally, health. It's becoming proactive, with watches on our wrists that can actually monitor our vitals in real time. I mean, every single one of these areas has been completely transformed. So when you put all of that together, what's the combined effect? It's a world that runs faster, a world with fewer barriers, and a world that is more connected than it has ever been. It's a fundamental shift in the human experience, for sure. And this brings us to the big picture. Why does all of this matter so much? Well, it's because these devices have made the jump from being just helpful tools to being absolute essentials in modern society. Yeah, ultimately, it really just boils down to this. Digital devices help us to communicate, learn, work, and play. Think about it. Those 4 things cover pretty much every facet of our modern lives, and digital tools are sitting right at the center of all of them. So there's really no doubt that these tools define our world right now. The real question is, how will we define their future? What comes next is up to us.